This is what happens when weave is getting out of control. Is this the future of weave? P-Blow body got more head than he got body. P-Blow body got more head than he got body. So this is what happens when you mix a baseball cap with a snow motorcycle helmet in the wintertime. This makes absolutely no sense. He can't see what the hell's coming from the side. Knock his ass clean the hell out. Look at it. No peripheral. No peripheral. Man, I didn't even know that Captain Dr. Spock was in Star Wars. Character's this? Kenan Jarrus. Oh, he even got a rat tail, baby. Alright, so you know I gotta hide my stuff, man. That's why I was dealing with the little toys, just in case the little funny people wanna show up and
say something.
Yeah, looking at the stuff. Alright. So what I'm about to read for y'all real quick. And you know I ain't into this bullshit ass witchcraft crap. I'm a believer of God. I'm a soldier of God, I'm a warrior of God. I believe in my people. I believe in the Trinity, the Holy Trinity, you know, man, woman, and child. So I'm going to read this bullshit for you real quick so you can know what these what these bad energies are doing. These low chakra motherfuckers are doing, all right? The rules and rites, rituals of the 13 significant actions. So it takes 13 years, takes 13 rituals and 13 events from 2000 to 2013. All right. So the first thing that happened was the gates of hell was burnt with human flesh on the inside, fire and brimstone, which was number 1, September 11th, 2001. All right. And then you had something called the Souls for Gold, where you get men of God, men of purpose, men of prowess to follow a false flag to go to war for no fucking reason. Then after that, you had something called the introduction or the beginning. That is the mask wearing of the hooded ones for Trayvon Martin. Now, after that, it's called the convergence. The soldiers that came back that were hit with IEDs and explosives and shit like that, the convergence made mixing of man and machine. That was our U.S. veterans with mechanical limbs. All right. The wish. The wish was the death of 2 falling stars, a king and queen, which was Whitney and Michael's death. This is some shit I copied and pasted, and I'm just sharing it with you. All right, the next of that, after the Whitney's and Michael's death, was, you know, the wish of the falling stars. Then you have something called the hunt, which was the school and the theater shootings. 12 people died in the school shootings, 12 people died in the theater shootings. 12 times 12 is 144, which makes a square. If you look at that square breaks down by 6 by 6, 6 by 6, 6 by 6, 6 by 6. Each side or northwest or southeast corner of it equals 24. 2 plus 4 is 6. You get what I'm saying? And then if you take 1 and 4, that gives you 5, plus another 4 gives you 9. So as it is above, 9 is rising, 6 is declining, it shall be below. 9 above, 6 below. 7 and 8 in the middle. 8 is mastery, 7 is the steps. All right. So next up is number 7, which is the sexual ceremony. That is the gay and lesbian world agenda of perversion and sexual misdeviance. I know this shit sounds crazy coming out of my mouth, man. I apologize. I really don't dwell in shit like this, but I'm telling you, when you find stupid ass shit on the internet and you know your spirit, your upper chakras is telling you, you know what, I need to let motherfuckers know what's popping. All right. Next up is number 8. This is what we dealing with, man, with these crazy ass naysayers. Next up is number 8, which is the misery symbol. The misery symbol, or what you call the don't shoot for Mike Brown, is symbology of the hands being up. All right, which is the sign of distress. All right, after the Mike Brown don't shoot misery symbol, then you have something called the offering. The offering was called self-sacrifice, or what you call the flame challenge. Is it making sense now? So I think both of those kind of got mixed up. I don't think that Mike was supposed to be shot yet, or whatever the fuck it was. And you got to think to yourself, well, how do they know the cop or George Zimmerman's going to do what they do? This is the thing. When you put enough shit on the news, the weaker minds are going to respond in violence. That's what you got to understand. When you put bullshit on the news and television, only certain people are going to receive them bullshit as signals, and they're going to act accordingly. Whether it be HBO, Cinemax, violence, fucking scary movies, whatever it is. So it could have been somebody else other than George Zimmerman that did it somewhere other than Florida. It could have been another cop other than this motherfucker that shot poor Mike Brown in daggone St. Louis. You see what I'm saying? They knew it was going to happen because they programmed and propaganda and put propaganda on the television. This is what you got to understand. Whether you're a Christian, you believe in God. If a book is out called the Bible and you're evil, let's say you have a Christian team, all right? Christian football team and the Bible is your playbook. How do I stop you? I read your playbook backwards. You can't score no fucking touchdowns if I read your playbook from Revelations to Genesis. You reading it from Genesis to Revelations. And therefore, I can make your ass feel that God's doing this. But I have technology. And I'm ahead of you because you're playing foolology. You understand what I'm saying? So I had the misery symbol with Mike Brown. It had something called the offering, which was self-sacrifice, which is called the flame challenge. I don't really like fucking with shit like this, but I'm going to go ahead and pop. Like I said, I believe in GG, God and the gun. But anyway. Next up was the fucking baptism. If you notice, all the billionaires and millionaires of books, writing, movies, and TV shows did what is called the baptism, the ice bucket challenge. All right. After that, the last two events to come is the collapse of the kingdom, which is the financial collapse of the U.S. economy. And then the last event after that, which is called the fall of a hero, death and shame of a public figure, the widow's son. Think about that shit now, man. Talking about the fall of a hero, death and shame of a public figure, the widow's son. I don't need to explain that because I'm not getting caught up like that on the internet. You know, mother, well, you said it before it happened. Whatever, motherfucker. I ain't stupid like that. Anyway, 13. It's called, how the fuck you say this word? The sacrament of power. The sacrament of power means the extermination. Who, what, when, where, the 5 W's? I have no idea. But I just wanted to share that to you. I apologize for the little toys at the beginning. I know y'all looked at this shit like, why he fucking with the toys? But believe it or not, man, every now and then you got to make shit not as, what is it called? Attractive to certain people that's on your page. You know what I'm saying? And I know people going to share it, post it, get viral. But, man, it is what it is. You know, I can sit here quietly and wait for the drama to come. Or I can prepare everybody. And we can say, fuck the drama, and we fight the drama. You know what I mean? This shit is more than just black and white. This is some religious little game the little boys set up. You know, little boys that want to sleep with little boys and little girls. They set this bullshit up. And they're up here, and this is the thing. If you believe in this shit, the shit gets power. But I'm going to tell you this. If somebody put their hands on you and your family, you make sure they feel the need to go right back in their mother's womb. I don't give a fuck what age they are. They're going to crawl their big grown ass back up in that pussy. You understand what I'm saying? You pull their ass back to the white meat, man. That's all to it, because everybody on this planet, whether they good, evil, good, bad, or ugly, are human beings. They got a heartbeat. They got a brain. Their ass can be put down just like everybody else can be put down. But you need to make the right decision of who your friends and foes are. Don't be out here. Hey, make up with that dude and that girl that you got issues with up the block, man. You're going to need them. Make up with that cat at high school and college that you talk shit about or you did something embarrassing to. Just call him up, man. Get good energies on your side. Allow God to notice that you're aware to do his work. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, the church, Baptists, Christians, I don't fuck with you like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a believer of God. I do God's work. I ain't got time for Jesus. I ain't got time for the comic book Bible that they use. They laid the book out there for you to read it. So that when they made the events come 100 years later, you be like, oh my God, it's God. But just keep this in mind, man. Jesus Christ, hood off is Jesus Christ, hood on is the Ku Klux Klan. Peace, I'm out. Y'all have a good one.